Remember the other day I showed you a building that the owner has rejected, sitting in the forest somewhere with nobody inside? Yes, we're coming back straight to that building once again. Now, for those of you who didn't get the opportunity to watch the first video, even though it's on the page, please check it out. But just in case you didn't find it or you can't find it, a quick recap of the story. Now, the owner of the building lives abroad and sent down loads of cash for a befitting building to be put up for him. He was shown pictures, he was shown videos, he was shown progress reports, and according to the pictures and videos, everything he was sending the money for was being done. Owner is happy, all happy, knowing that, look, I am coming back home to see my mansion. I'm coming back home to see that palace that I'm putting up. Only to return and be surprised and met with this building. In fact, when he saw it, he collapsed, woke up, left, and never returned to the building. Decided never to have anything to do with the building. He was so disappointed. He left the building to rot. And truly, the building is rotten. Look at the polytank. Sitting in the bush. There's no one in the house to even use the water in the polytank, if there is even water in it anyways. Now we're going to take you close for you to see how bad the situation is. The doors are getting rusted, the same as the windows. You look up into the ceiling and everything up there is also getting destroyed. Look at this. Now look at this. This is the porch, the frontal of the building. Clearly, nobody has lived here. And nothing shows that somebody is also coming to live here. This building is still there. So imagine it is you. Imagine you're the one who sent so much money home for something like this to be put up for you, when you were being shown something different, totally different. Like you're being shown a castle and you only come back home to a single room. Look at the arcs. Not even accurate. Look. This is the porch area. The arc is not even accurate. The masons did a bad job, and I'm sure they did the job according to how they were paid. Look at the roofing. If you go to the back of the building, you realize that some of the roof is falling off, and this building is just here. Nobody is inside it. Look at how the place has become bushy. I'm sure when you get in there, you will be met with loads of snakes. All kinds of snakes will find their way to get in there. Reptiles, not snakes alone. There might be other reptiles in there and rodents, because there's no one living there. Not a single soul. Why? Because a family member, because a brother, because a sister, because an uncle, because a cousin decided to do him in. Yes, because a cousin or a sister or a brother decided to do him in. Took all the money and maybe decided to squander the money, split the money into 5 or 10 folds and just use one to put up this old building. Now look at the ceiling, and those are some beads stuck up there. Now look at that. Maybe they have found a place to live and they're just enjoying their lives like that. Now if you try these guys, they will sting you and all your face will be like you've been bitten by Azuma Nelson. Now we're going to go down again and you check how the floor is. Check the floor. Somebody somewhere wish they had this building to have a family in there. Now look at this. So dirty. It's been years. Look. Clearly nobody has lived here before. And the owner is not ready. I want to believe he's not ready to give it out to anyone because he's so disappointed. Now look at the windows. Look at the metal structures that have been put in place. Everything is, the tiles have removed. I can't really tell if somebody actually removed them or they removed by themselves. Maybe they're also tired of being in the bush and they decided to remove. Look at the walls. The walls are getting dirty and it's just there. And a brother did this to a brother, or an uncle did this to a nephew, or an uncle did this to a niece. Like, just look at this. Sent down so much money only to come home to meet what you didn't expect. It's not as if this is not a building. Yes, this is a building. But if this is not what I paid for, I would definitely reject it too. Yes. Yes, it's as simple as that. Yes, it is a building. One would say, oh, but at least he came to meet something. Yes, he came to meet something. But look, if this is not what he paid for, he has every right to reject it. And out of pain, I'm sure he doesn't even want to set eyes on it. He doesn't want anybody to come close to it. Look at the padlock. The padlock is old. And it's been like this for years. Look at the walls. Charlie, this is painful, man. This is painful. Have you experienced this before? Do you have a relative? I mean, your uncle, your brother. Do you know anyone, a friend who has gone through this? I hear some people die. Like when they come to see nothing and they are told that the money you sent, we are unable to do anything with it, they just collapse and never wake up again. Some people go on to murder those that squandered the money. As for this one, I have not heard any murder case, and I have not heard that anybody died, but certainly somebody rejected the building. Yes, somebody rejected the building, and it is locked neatly. Look. So it's not just sorry, it's not as if we're just talking, but you can see everything shows clearly that padlock, the last time it had a key inserted into it was maybe when Kwame Nkrumah had gained independence for Ghana. Just exaggerating a bit, But look at the lock. It's been stuck and it's rusting. It's rusting each day. It's getting rusted, and the building is actually not too close to the sea, but it is where maybe 15-20 minutes drive away from the sea. So the breeze would definitely get them to corrode quick. Now look at this. So painful. If this building was yours, or if you were the one who squandered the money and you come back to see what you have done, for which reason the owner has left the building, will you be able to sleep at night? Like, yeah, I'm the one that he sent the money to, and I squandered the money and built this for him. When he came to meet it, he didn't like it. He left it to rot. If you come back to see it as that person, would you be able to sleep? Will you be able to sleep? Look, will you be able to sleep? And if you are the owner of this building and you see it's like we're showing it right now, how would you feel? Like, this is my money sitting there and nobody, you would never find anyone around this building. Nobody. The polytank is sitting in the bush. The building itself is in the bush. And the weeds are growing. I'm sure if you open it and get inside, you will find weed in some of the rooms. And interestingly, it's been furnished. Charlie, people are wicked, man. People are wicked. Yeah, there are people out there who say, oh, give it to us to live in. Give it to us. We'll stay in it and take care of the place and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Charlie, sometimes when you get pained by certain things, the best you can do is to not even think of it. Like, not to take your mind there. Not to have anyone raise that topic. Like, if someone should go to the owner right now and says, look, I've seen this building and I'd like to come and stay inside, he could even just pour acid on you because he doesn't want to be remembered of his pain, his struggle and toil. Look, Charlie, man, this is so crazy. If you live out there and you want something to be done for you, if you come from a family that you can trust, good, bingo for you. You can send down the money and they'll do what they have to do for you. But if you have a shred of doubt, please calm down and supervise the work yourself. If you doubt whoever is in charge, calm down. Don't sit there and be sending down money. Your money will be used to prepare grass cutter soup. Your money will be used to remove dross. Come home and inspect and watch over whatever is being done for you. If only he had the chance to come back home to watch the work being done for him, maybe we wouldn't end here. So this should serve as a lesson. Don't just be out there and be struggling and making all the money for someone here to be consuming it by heart. No, make time. Gather the money. We've said this before and we'll say it again. Gather the money. Anytime you're coming down, bring it. Do what you're coming to do. If it's 1 month, if it's 2 weeks, if it's 3 weeks, when you're done, you go back. Always gather the money. It's better that way. If it takes you 5 years, it is better. At least you would have seen what your money did for you. But if you give it to these people, these family members that you can't trust, I mean, not for everybody, but those that can't trust their family members, do not send down money, else you end up like this man. And I don't want you to end up like this man. So come down and supervise your own work. It is yours. So if you spend time supervising it, it is okay because it is yours. At the end of the day, you will either live in it or you use it for whatever you want to use it for. Not to find yourself in a situation like this. It is sad. I am sad. I'm sad. I'm sad now. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. Now you take our advice. Use it or leave it. But in the end, you would wish you knew earlier.